When this video is being made, we're preparing to enter the year of the dragon on February 10th, 2024, when the Chinese New Year begins, leaving behind the year of the rabbit. In the video, it will be explained why the Chinese New Year begins on a different date, why there are red ornaments and firecrackers everywhere, and the myth behind the Chinese Zodiac. Stay tuned until the end to find out your Chinese Zodiac sign. The Chinese New Year begins on the 10th of February and not on the 1st of January, because despite China adopted the Gregorian calendar, people in China resisted the change and continue to observe traditional holidays according to Chinese calendar that is a lunisolar calendar. Lunisolar calendars indicate both the moon phase and the time of the solar year. Chinese New Year is a festival that celebrates the beginning of a new year on the traditional lunisolar Chinese calendar. And the first day of Chinese New Year begins on the new moon that appears between the 21st of January and the 20th of February. And this year, the new moon appears on the 10th of February. And now let's see why there are red ornaments and firecrackers everywhere on this day. Nian is a Chinese mythological beast that lives at the bottom of the sea. On the evening before the new year, Nian ascends from the water. According to Chinese New Year myths, Nian terrorizes villages and feasts on animals and people. Villagers would run to the mountains and seek temporary shelter in order to steer clear of Nian. One New Year's Eve, a beggar came to the village to seek sanctuary. The beggar promised to provide protection from Nian in return. Eventually, an old woman accepted his offer and invited him to her house. The beggar started decorating the homes in the village, placing a piece of red Chinese New Year ornaments on doors. At midnight, Nian came to the village. It immediately stopped as soon as it saw the red papers. The monster roared in frustration. All of a sudden, firecrackers started exploding, and Nian trembled in fear. The old beggar came out, wearing red Chinese New Year clothes, to mockingly laugh at the creature as it fled the village. The villagers returned the next morning, and were pleasantly surprised that none of their homes were destroyed. From then on, before New Year's Eve, people started fortifying their homes with red ornaments and lighting up firecrackers at midnight. And now let's see the myth behind the Chinese Zodiac. According to myths, the 12 animals of the Chinese Zodiac were selected through a race. This race is meant to create a time measurement for the people. The Jade Emperor called this race of animals on his birthday to create the Chinese Zodiac. There could only be 12 winners, and in order to win, the animals had to cross a rapid current river and reach the finish line on the shore. Originally, there was a cat and a rat who hated each other with a passion. It's hard to believe that they were once friends. Cat liked to sleep late, so on the morning of registration, Rat had agreed to wake the cat up. But when the day came, Rat forgot all about his promise, and without its friend's alarm call, Cat overslept, missing its chance to sign up, which is why there's no cat in the lunar calendar. The rat was the worst swimmer in the animal kingdom, but it was smart. It discovered that the fastest way to the river is to hop on top of the ox. The generous ox agreed to carry it across the river. The ox and the rat made it to shore. The rat jumped in front of the ox and came first in the race. The ox came in second, and the tiger finished in third. All of a sudden, a loud thumping sound came. It was the rabbit. It jumped from one stone to another and was doing well until it slipped. Fortunately, there was a log floating by, and it grabbed onto that log and floated to the finish line, earning the 4th place in the race. In 5th place was the dragon, but everyone thought that it would come in first because it could fly. It told Jade Emperor that it had to stop a couple of times to help some villagers. And on its way to the finish line, it saw a little rabbit on a log and decided to give a little puff of air to help it get to shore. After the dragon, the horse came galloping towards the finish line. The sneaky snake was hidden behind the horse's foot. It suddenly appeared, and the horse was scared. The snake took advantage of this and landed itself in 6th place, and the horse landed in 7th. Soon after, the monkey, the rooster, and the sheep landed onto shore. Unlike some of the previous animals, these three actually helped each other to get to the finish line. The rooster found a raft, and the monkey and sheep hopped on. Working hard together through the water currents and the weeds, they reached shore. The sheep came in 8th place, the monkey in 9th place, and the rooster in 10th place. In 11th place was the dog. Even though it was a great swimmer, it was late. It told the emperor that it needed a bath, and the fresh water from the river was too tempting. Right when the emperor was going to close the race, an oink sound was heard. It was the pig. The pig felt hungry in the middle of the race, so it stopped, ate something, and then fell asleep. After it awoke, it finished the race in 12th place and became the last animal to arrive. The order of the lunar calendar follows the outcome of the race, where the rat is the first animal to start the sequence, and the pig is the last. After the pig, the sequence starts over again. The lunar calendar has been a significant calendar for China and the Chinese Zodiac. Many parts of the world are also familiar with this calendar. And now, as I promised in the beginning, I will show you some tables showing the Chinese Zodiac for each year, including the day each Chinese year started. I was born in September 1989, so my Chinese zodiac sign is Snake. What is yours? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. See you in the next videos.